pin number is equals to 7788 and perform. But what happened? His request is processing or waiting up? Waiting. His request is not taking by server. Why the request is not taking by server? Because on the same row, already user one request is processing. Okay. And user one should be, what you want to do? Confirm it. What is the confirm? You want to release the lock. But still, your system user is not confirming whether he was released or not. Okay, na? And now the system user, how we will be conforming to releasing your lock means there are two commands are there. If you commit, then your lock is released. Otherwise, if you roll back, your lock is released. So whenever a user want to release a lock, then you can use what now? Either commit or a rollback. Commit means what? Transaction success. Rollback means what? Transaction cancel. So now this is a transaction, update transaction. Who was performed? System performed. But system is not confirming this transaction either yes or no. If he was confirmed yes or no, then only second user request will be processing. For example, ATM machines are there nowadays. If you want to go to ATM machine, and generally what it was happened, if the customers are, so many customers are there, then they will be stand in the queue. Yes or no? All of you standing in the queue. As per queue order, who was first, he will go to ATM machine. So for example, there are 5 customers are standing in the queue. In that first customer, as first choice, the customer inserted or he was inside to ATM machine and he was inserting ATM card, he was doing some transaction. So now tell me, the first customer transaction unless he was finished, remaining 4 customers are which position? Waiting positions. Got it my point? But is it possible on the same ATM machine at a time 2 customers can insert ATM card? No. It is not possible. Understand my point now? So first customer will be finishing the transaction. Suppose finishing the transaction purpose, that customer was taking 10 minutes of time. Then this 10 minutes of time, remaining customers are waiting. There is no chance. There should be wait. That's it. Okay. And once the first customer will successfully, either his transaction is success or cancel, that I don't know. But once he was confirming yes or no, then he will come outside and second customer will enter. Okay, now so here also same thing. This person is going to be doing some transaction. But this transaction, whether commit or rollback, the confirmation was not given by system user. But exactly on that point of time, other user is also performing operation. But his requester is what position? Waiting position. Because your Oracle server will not take this user request immediately. Why your Oracle server cannot take this request means already first user request is under processing, under going on. Yes or no? So unless this first user is completed their transaction, then Oracle server will take a second user request. Otherwise, your server will not take the request. Okay. So that is what it was happening. And now see, now here update. Now he was going to be done update. Now he was confirming now. When he was confirming here, careful observe. When he was confirming here, rollback or commit, whatever it was. So online students, just 1 minute. Okay, now, so when he was confirming your rollback, that means your transaction is confirmed, either yes or no, then immediately the second user request is processing. The second user request is processing. When he was processing means what now? MyDB 9am user is going to be locking this row. Yes or no? Again, it was lock. So again, this row, on this row, user 3 try to perform. Again, what happened? User 3 request will be processor or waiting? Waiting. Up to how much time? Up to your user will be confirming your request, either yes or no. Okay, now? So this kind of internal locks will be maintained by databases. So that means until unless user is not committed their update operation, their delete operation, their insert operation, okay, other users cannot perform it. Understand na? And one more thing, can you remember? Insert, update, delete. These three operations are temporary operations or permanent operations. Forgot it, huh? Temporary operations. That's why what I said, once you insert, commit, then only data permanently stored. Once you updated, commit, then only data permanently updated. Once you delete, commit, then only data permanently deleted. If you are not committed, then tell me, data's permanent storage or temporary storage? Temporary storage. And that already we knows that. That's why every DML operation request is a temporary, and until unless user is committed, then only it will be permanent. Otherwise, not permanent. Okay. And this is what now single row, a specific row, how it will be locked. Okay. Write down below notes. So example. User one side, and take one side user number 2. Okay, now you just write like this. Connect with your one of the user system, or your not only system, you can take any user. Okay, now if you have it 2 users, you can do that. Any one user. Connected. After that, you was doing update operation, and your reference name we will take. You already know. If other user table can be accessed, compulsory that owner name should be reference. Take it. Okay, now set sal is equals to 1100, where EMP number is equals to 7788. And here what we say, okay, row is locked. And when he was locking here, if other user is performing some operation, here I will give both, okay, commit or rollback. And this is for what purpose? For releasing lock. And when you was commit or rollback, then here the message will come, one row is updated. Okay, right. So this is single row locking mechanism. It's the first one. And the next one you can take siding, multiple row locking mechanism. So multiple rows, even though we can lock multiple rows, okay, now in your table, but how and what we want to do. When we lock, okay, multiple rows in a table, we should use, we should use for update clause. We should use for update clause in select query. So here, whenever you need to locking multiple rows, guys, here compulsory you should use a for update class. Okay, when you are using for update class in your select statement, then only multiple rows can be locked. And how many rows are you lock on that rows? Other user cannot perform any operation. Okay, now so practically you can see, for example, come back. So I just clear this. Okay, now clear it. And here also clear. So again, come out and see. Okay, now you can see here the next one. Again, same as this is my user, show user. Okay, and he was writing like this: select a star from mydb 9am dot emp table and where class where department number is equals to 10. But actually in my EMP table, how many people are working in department number 10? 3 people. Okay, already so many days we are working on same table, yes or no? Uh, so now what we want to do, if you leave like this, then your group of rows are not locking. So that means what I need to add additionally for update class. For update class, when we use along with the given condition, whatever the condition we given here, where department number is equals to 10. So under department number 10, how many rows are there? That all rows are locked. And by using of what now? For update and see what it was happened. In the department number, how many employees are there? 1, 2, and 3 employees are there. Now, exactly these multiple rows on these department number of or number, okay, other users cannot perform any operation. Suppose in the second case, okay, second user, what he will do now? Okay, he was doing some update. Update EMP set, okay, sal is equals to 22. So where DEPT number is equals to 10. But department number 10 rows are already locked. Who was locked already? System user already locked. And he was not confirmed and he was not released. So that's why second user cannot perform. And his user request will be under waiting position. See, still your cursor will be blinking. Okay, but not processing. So waiting position. So now what I'm doing here, suppose this user, if it will be commit or a rollback. Now suppose he was committed now. What it was happening, you can see when he was committed. Okay, when he was committed, lock is released. Then immediately second user request is under processing. So this is got a group of rows are how to lock, right on below. Okay, so completed now. Mm. So now in this example, either single row or multiple row, what you identified here, any one user will lock and other user is waiting. Okay, na? So one user request is processing means second user request is waiting position. So that means in these two examples, any one user can perform operation and second user will be waiting position. Okay, this is one level. For example, the both users are under waiting positions. When the both users are under waiting positions, in that kind of situations, okay, or that kind of situation is called as what? Okay, for example, nowadays you have a tatkal no na irctc so 10 o'clock open ah so tatkal tickets are opening exactly 10 o'clock. So on the same day, same time, number of users, passengers, they are booking tickets. They are going to booking tickets. So now everyone ready exactly 10 o'clock. So every customer all over India or all over the world, every customer is going to be waiting for that. So exactly 10 it was started, then all are trying to booking their tickets. But can you find out here, so many people user requests will not processing. Everyone getting waiting. Yes or no? So within fraction of second, friend also waiting, you also waiting, that kind of situations. Otherwise, your both requests will be success. Understand? Na? If both users are success means there is no problem. So my request is processed, my friend request also processed, within a fraction of seconds difference, both are completed. Okay, now. So that is one case. If that case is nothing problem, because my work is done, my friend also booking their ticket. Both are successfully done their transactions. So, and that kind of things are very, very rare. But most of the things, what now? One person success, one person processing, or that means waiting. Otherwise, two people are waiting positions. So here in this case, what happened? Two people are, sorry, one person is waiting and one person is processing. But the second situation is what now? Suppose both users' requests are under waiting positions. In that cases, and that kind of lock is called as what now? Deadlock. It is one of the most important question for your interview. What is deadlock? So deadlock is nothing but, guys, here simple I want to tell, both users are waiting, both users are waiting to each other. Both users request are waiting to each other for their resources. Okay, fine. And now you can see how it was happened. Let me come to practically. Okay, the first one, so user, and he was doing one update operation here. This is one row. 7369 row is locked. Come to next one. This is another row. 7900 row is locked by 9 AM user. 7369 row is locked by system user. Okay. Now, next system user is doing update. MyDB 9 AM. EMP set. Sal is equals to 55. Where EMP number is equals to 7900. Now tell me, can he perform? No. 7900 operation system user cannot perform. Why, sir? Because MyDB 9 AM user is already locked and he was not confirming that transaction. So he will try now. See what happened. System user is a waiting positions. Same as and a second user update. EMP set sal is equals to 6600, where EMP number is equals to 7369. 7369, can he perform? No. Why? Because 7369 was locked by system user, already locked. And that row he was performing now. And what it was happening, you can see. That was performed here. Then see what is the error it was came. What is that? Deadlock detected while waiting for resources or resource. So deadlock. Deadlock means what now? First user cannot be performed. Second user cannot be performed. When both users request will go to waiting positions, then that kind of situation is called as a deadlocks. So that means no one and no user request will not process. User 1 request is under waiting position. User 2 request is also under waiting positions. User 3 request also under waiting positions. Like all are having in the waiting positions, then it is called as a deadlock position we called. That means no one user request will process. Understand na? This kind of situations where we can see mostly in Tatkals. Mostly in Tatkal application. That means Tatkals, if you see, so many people are under waiting positions only. So whenever the both users or more than 2 users will be waiting, it means that these all users requests will go to server on same time. Okay. For example, suppose user 1, user 2 is there. And this is your Oracle database server. Okay. User 1 request will be reaching to your server. Reaching to server, it will take 0.5 seconds of time. User 2 request is also reaching to your server 0.5 seconds of time. So both users sending their request through online application, and that request will be reaching to your server on the same time. Now tell me, your server will take which user request first? User 1 na, user 2 na? Because one thing should be remembered, server cannot access multiple requests at a time. Every user request one by one accessing. And the user to user request maybe fraction of second will be different. That differentiate will be telling us which user request will take a first. Okay, na? But here the point is what now? Both user requests will be reaching to same time. Then your server will respond to whom? User 1 or user 2? Server is responder, not responder. Not respond, not respond. Why? Because same time. Because same time. When same time the multiple users requests will be reaching to the server, the server cannot decide to which user request I want to take first. Okay, na? And which user request I want to give response first. The server cannot decide. This kind of situation is called as what? Deadlock. Understand na? This kind of situation is called as what? Deadlock. Deadlock means what now? We can't take any decision. For example, now I'm sitting here. There are both students. They want to meet me. Okay. But exactly both students are coming on same time. Then to whom I want to talk first? Student 1 na, student 2 na? To whom I want to talk first here? I'm talking normal language here. Don't take any seriously thinking. To whom I want to take first? Student 1 or student 2? No one. I don't want to respond to anybody. Because of reason, if I want to respond this person, he will question me. What is his question? Sir, I am also came on same time. Then why are you responding that student? Yes or no? Is it correct or not? Suppose I respond this person, he was questioning me. Sir, I am also came on same time. Then why are you giving a priority to this person? Okay, now. So your priority to whom I want to give, I can't decide. That's what I want to do. Both people I'm keeping under waiting. The both people are waiting. In this two, any one person patience loser. Then the person would say, okay, tomorrow I will meet sir. He'll leave. He'll leave means he will come to me. Yes or no? Because if you go to collector office in villages, okay, per day, so many requests will come people. Yes or no? Coming from people. For example, there are two people are coming on the same time and both people are having both people are having some problems. They came to collector office on the same time. And both are very well persons. The collector to whom I want to give a first priority, as a collector cannot decide. because both are important for me. Both are good persons and both are coming on same time. Okay, na? To whom I want to give as a collector? That collector what? Intelligent, na? Collector is very intelligent. He was telling to Pune, he was saying that, wait. Keep it waiting position. So they will waiting. Certain period of time, if anyone lose their patience, they will leave. And one person there. Then collector will finding, one person is there. Hey, call him. I will talk. Okay, na? That is the choice. Yes or no? But both users when come to same, no one can take a choice. So deadlock means also same. When you are booking some tickets, ordering some products, when the two customers user request will go to same time to the server, then server cannot responded to anyone. And both user requests will be keeping by server under waiting positions. So that's why sometime what happened, some customer is waiting, his transaction is processing. Certain period of time, the transaction will be cancelled. That is some time period. Otherwise, some users are, I said, no, the user is not having a patience. In the middle of the transaction only, he will be cancelled. Okay, na? So this is what a deadlock situation. For example, if user 1 request reaching 0.5, user 2 request reaching 0.4, then who will take first request? User 2. Because of reason, user 1 request, user 2 request have a difference. How much here? 0.1 difference is there. That 0.1 will be decided to whom request I want to take a first. Then server will take request what? User 2. Request is processing and sending response. So processing, sending response, user 1 request is waiting position. In this case, what happened? Any one person can wait and one person request under process. That is one situation. Second situation is what I'm telling. Both user requests are reaching same time. Then what happened? Both are keeping under waitings. The server cannot respond to any user request. And that kind of situation is called as what now? Deadlock situation. Got it my point now? So now he will not performing anything. He is also waiting. The cursor is waiting here also. And cursor is waiting here also. So no one can perform their operations on their resources. Okay, na? So this is what a deadlock. And this example notes, I will give it tomorrow. Okay, today I'm stopping this here. Okay, and tomorrow your class will be continue. And online students, tomorrow I will interact with you. Today there is no doubt session, but I have some personal work. Okay, so tomorrow I will continue this class and I will meet you tomorrow. Okay, online students. Right, guys. Thank you so much.